My name is Lauren Shapiro. I'm a Miami-based visual artist working in ceramics and sculpture. I also work at the intersection of craft and technology with an interest in environmental advocacy. I am the 2024 commissioned cap artist for Vizcaya. I use ceramics as a way to document and archive our vulnerable spaces, particularly here in South Florida. We have many different ecosystems that are integral to life here, to humanity, and relate very heavily to our built environment. And I take this knowledge into Vizcaya to sort of examine the way that this beautiful architectural space is also vulnerable and also very important to South Florida. The theme of the exhibition is Pastiche, which is the exploration of different types of elements, time periods, shapes and forms that create something new. And in my work, I wanted to explore a contemporary vision of pastiche, which is, for me, combining not only different types of textures from different ecosystems in nature, but also digital fabrication technologies with ancient technologies like ceramics. Being a contemporary artist, creating work in a historical space like Vizcaya is a unique experience. It is a rich, full space that already exists. And so it requires you to be more aware of your surroundings and to carefully figure out how your work can be integrated, enhance, or make a statement in a space that already exists. Creating work in a historical space begins with a lot of research where I am able to kind of go into each of the spaces and discover different types of motifs that I want to pull out. I've gone through the archives of Vizcaya to understand different narratives and what Chalfin might be hoping to achieve by creating these different spaces, and then to create work within those spaces that not only integrates into the aesthetic, but also to the history itself. I spent several months leading up to the exhibition developing a brand new color palette specifically for Vizcaya. It's part of my research to dive into these different types of processes, and through all of these different colors, I selected corals, pinks, blues for the color palette for the ceramics so that they would not only complement the space but stand out. In addition to the ceramics, I'm incorporating cast glass as well as plexiglass to add a contemporary pop element to the sculptures in the form of stands and display cases that call attention to the idea that this is something that doesn't belong. There are 3 rooms that I incorporated into this exhibition, and each of the rooms were predominantly public spaces where people would gather, that people could walk in and around the space, and that is a large part of why I wanted to intervene them. I think glass and plexiglass are new mediums that I've been reaching for in my practice. Glass is a traditional medium and plexiglass is a more modern material, so remixing these 2 things together is my way of creating something new for the spaces. I think that in many ways we are living in the age of pastiche with social media and rapid information sharing. Things are constantly being appropriated and remixed, and we see it in our day-to-day culture. And for me, pastiche as a contemporary ceramic artist means blending old and new technologies to create something new, blending different types of ecosystems to create a new piece. And that's what I was trying to explore with this commission. I hope that visitors will experience the exhibition with open eyes, curiosity, and a new appreciation for this unique piece of Miami's history.